bold and beautiful renewal and shocking story developments. CBS has officially renewed The Bold and the Beautiful for another 3 years, extending its run into the 2027 to 2028 season and marking its 41st season overall. This decision, confirmed on April 8th, comes hot on the heels of the show's 38th anniversary celebrations and follows a previous negotiation in 2022. With a robust global fan base and an average of 3.2 million viewers on Paramount+, CBS's commitment to daytime drama is clearer than ever, especially with new additions like Beyond the Gates reinforcing their prime time strategies. Amid the renewal excitement, dramatic twists are already unfolding on screen. In a recent episode, Liam Spencer suffered a severe head injury that led to emergency surgery. Fans are buzzing with theories about whether this incident will spark a potential split in his relationships, particularly between his long-standing love with Steffy Forrester and his current dynamics with John Finn Finnegan. Steffy's emotional moments at Liam's bedside and flashbacks to their romantic past hint at the possibility of a reunion, even as complications in her marriage to Finn intensify. The storyline thickens as the show teases more than just medical drama. Observers are left wondering if Liam's recovery could come with unexpected twists, such as possible amnesia or even a bizarre new narrative angle that would force both characters to confront their shared history. Meanwhile, Hope Logan's impending return to Forrester Creations is stirring up more intrigue. With Hope set to make a dramatic apology to reclaim her position, alliances and rivalries within the Forrester family are poised to shift, adding yet another layer of suspense. Viewers are invited to weigh in. Should Steffy reunite with Liam, or does her bond with Finn still hold strong? With multiple relationship dynamics at play and fresh obstacles emerging, The Bold and the Beautiful promises an explosive mix of personal drama and evolving plot twists in the weeks ahead. Greetings, viewers, and welcome to Luxurious Night. You won't believe how long Bold and Beautiful will last. Editors have picked all of the highlighted goods and services on their own. On orders placed through its retail connections, Soaps.com might get paid a commission, and the retailer might get some auditable data for their records. Let's celebrate because we have a great reason to do so. On April 8th, CBS revealed that The Bold and the Beautiful had been extended for an additional 3 years. That brings us all the way to the 41st season, 2027 to 2028. This past March marked the show's 38th anniversary. The 3-year renewal isn't shocking, of course, as that's what the show's previous deal with CBS was in 2022. Furthermore, the network would not want to discontinue the show given its widespread popularity, not only in the US, but also internationally. Additionally, CBS has demonstrated a stronger commitment to daytime drama than ever before with the recent addition of Beyond the Gates to its daytime roster. We'll have to agree that both the program and supervising producer Casey Kasperzik delivered on their promise to tease major breaking news on Twitter/X last week. The show's release states that Bold and Beautiful is now available for streaming on Paramount+, with an average viewership of roughly 3.2 million. And it's enormous, particularly now that TV viewing is so fragmented. And we understand that the program never ceases to surprise us, as it has demonstrated in recent days. It's obvious that the fans weren't prepared for Liam to have another fall, injure his head, and require emergency surgery, just as we weren't. Now that Steffy has returned to his side, we have a sense that difficult times are ahead because Luna is ruining her relationship with Finn. Fans of Shin are nevertheless. As we wait to learn what condition Liam is in following the surgery, what he recalls, and how much it will influence the canvas, supporters of Liam are probably going to be quite happy. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Which man is Steffy's true love, and does she belong with Liam or Finn? In light of this, we must ask, does John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, or Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, belong with Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton? Who is Steffy's real love interest? Sitting at Liam's hospital bedside in the April 7th episode, Steffy relived many of their beautiful times together. It appeared to be a strong indication that BNB might be about to reunite Liam and Steffy. The show at least aims to remind viewers of Steffy and Liam's past and ongoing relationship, albeit there are no promises about that. Another indication that they might get back together is the fact that Steffy saved Liam's life. Naturally, a lot of fans will have strong opinions regarding whether or not it was the right decision. Supporters of Steffy and Liam would undoubtedly be thrilled to see them reunite. It's understandable why the show would want to capitalize on the fact that Liam and Steffy may still have a lot of chemistry and continue to hint at a reunion. This is particularly relevant in light of the challenges Steffy and Finn are already facing in their marriage. It's possible that these problems will worsen now that Steffy is aware that Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, is Finn's daughter and that she has gained her freedom. Additionally problematic will be Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, especially now that she is collaborating with Luna. As Steffy's relationship with Finn deteriorates, she might discover that she is more attracted to Liam. Given that Finn has some dangerously insane relatives, some viewers might prefer to see Steffy leave this marriage. Without question, Steffy's life would be much simpler if she weren't burdened with all of Finn's family problems. But there's really no getting away from that issue entirely because Steffy will always be associated with Finn through Hayes Forrester Finnegan, Alexander, and Chase Banks. In addition, Finn and Steffy have essentially been portrayed on the program as soulmates in recent years. It has been said that Steffy and Finn are lovers with a cosmic bond that will always prevail. Although Finn and Steffy are now a well-liked pair, some fans of Liam and Steffy are still hopeful about the former lovers. With whom do you believe Steffy is most at home? Is Steffy better off with Liam, Finn, or perhaps another person? Don't forget to choose your favorite boyfriend and leave your thoughts regarding Steffy's future in the comment section. Stay tuned for additional updates on what's coming next, as spoilers for The Bold and The Beautiful indicate that Steffy may consider some romantic upgrades in the upcoming weeks. The brave and the lovely, in order to have another chance at Forrester Creations, Hope uses these 6 shocking words. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, might utter 6 startling things in order to get another opportunity at Forrester Creations. At last, will Hope swallow her pride and deliver the message the Forresters need to hear? It appears that Hope will return to work in Forrester Country in the future, according on some leaked photos taken behind the scenes at BNB. Jacqueline McInnes, Wood's character Steffy Forrester, has been insistent up to this point that she doesn't trust Hope enough to collaborate with her. Because Hope is unable to acknowledge that what she did was wrong, Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., also does not want Hope working for the corporation. But in the upcoming weeks, Hope will reflect on her life and perhaps come away with a fresh viewpoint. Hope will at least be reminded of how fleeting life is and how important it is to cherish each moment. Hope should learn a lot from Liam Spencer's, Scott Clifton, experience. Hope might end up praising her opponent for saving their daughter's father because Steffy protected Liam from a terrible fate. Because of Liam and Steffy's ongoing relationship, Hope may eventually feel a little envious, but she will undoubtedly be happy that Steffy supported him when she did. There might be some common ground between Steffy and Hope as a result. Once he's sufficiently recovered, Liam may encourage them to resolve their differences, which might result in Hope expressing regret and Steffy becoming more understanding. In any event, it sounds like Hope for the future might be brought back, or as a compromise, Steffy might assign Hope a new project to work on. In any case, it appears that Hope will return to her job at Forrester Creations, but she will have to utter the 6 startling words that we first suggested. I apologize and I was mistaken. After all the takeover drama with Carter Walton, Lauren St. Victor, Hope might be able to persuade Steffy and Ridge that she still has a place at the company if she can make that remark and mean it. Hope can foretell that she will be a team player once more and compromise a little to regain her position. Stay tuned for updates on any significant news that may be coming for Hope, as spoilers for The Bold and The Beautiful indicate that more changes are in the works at Forrester Creations. Brave and gorgeous. Does Liam awaken to an odd new storyline? When Liam Spencer awakens from his brain bleed on the CBS soap opera Bold and the Beautiful, it's the ideal chance to send him on a wild adventure. B&B promises a thrilling plot for Liam's comeback. They then make a hole in his head to release pressure on his brain, and he wakes up. However, Dr. Grace Buckingham is unable to guarantee a full recovery. What may this signify for the Spencer son then? Does Liam Spencer lack a clue in Bold and the Beautiful? A resolute Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, awakens Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, from his unconscious state this week on Bold and the Beautiful. However, simply being awake does not mean that he has returned to normal. Once he begins to speak, a few things may alter. Alternatively, as seen in Monday's program, we discover whether he is able to speak after his eyes are open for more than a few blinks. Thus, Liam Spencer may be suffering from a classic instance of amnesia. On Bold and Beautiful, he can wake up unsure of who he is and unable to identify the people who would soon be around him. However, he seemed to know Steffy since he squeezed her hand. He could be a little off on the date, but perhaps he recalls. B&B, Liam acts as if he's a decade behind the times. Bold and the Beautiful might render Liam behind the times. He might awaken believing Steffy is still his spouse. Then, in order to prevent upsetting his memory and causing him to regress, the doctor may advise that you accompany him. Playing along with him may be what the doctor orders, because this is B&B and not the real world. That would be intriguing, but it wouldn't lead to a lot of tension between Steffy and her husband. As a doctor, Finn, Tanner Novlin, would follow his other doctor's instructions. However, fans of Bold and the Beautiful are already arguing over Steffy's response to Liam's hospitalization. She stayed there with him as they examined him, then her coaxing seemed to bring him back to life after he flatlined. In addition, she waited while they operated on him. To relieve the pressure on his brain, the doctors drilled a hole in his head, and she waited. However, Grace informs Steffy that his health is still critical. Fans find it strange that she waited a few hours without calling anyone to let them know what had transpired. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful. Possible reboot of the relationship? Liam Spencer gripped Steffy's hand as she spoke to him, giving fans of Bold and the Beautiful a clue that he knows who she is. Fans assumed that Steffy would be the one to force him to open his eyes because she is the love of his life. Steffy was already credited by Grace Buckingham with saving his life. He would have perished if she hadn't discovered him and gotten him medical attention. When the Forrester daughter discovered Liam Spencer on the ground, she was on her way to meet Bill Spencer, Don Diamont. She was there to attack Bill for releasing Lisa Yamada's character Luna Nozawa. However, the publishing tycoon wasn't at home. When Grace asked Steffy what had happened again in the hospital room, another clue was revealed. The distressed daughter of Forrester claimed not to know. According to Steffy, she discovered him unconscious on Bill's walkway. Steffy then speculates that he might have struck his head during the fall. Given that his skull had 2 points of impact, Grace appeared to believe there was more to it. Then they let it fall. However, a fall would probably leave one, but he may still be struck by an opponent a few times. However, they are unaware that Liam has probably had 2 points of impact because he collapsed twice. And Liam's journey might take a different turn if he forgets this. They might therefore make this into a police case on Bold and the Beautiful if Liam has no recollection of his breakdown. However, since this is B&B, he could always wake up, stay in the hospital for a day or 2 more, and then return home without any problems. You never know. Thank you for viewing this video. Please give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button.